Hi, I'm Krish Gamapre. Let's talk about doing science discussion on remote learning. So I am planning on using a lot of Zoom breakout rooms this year, and there's a few different reasons for why. Number one, in Zoom, it's really easy for kids to hide and not participate. So breaking out into smaller groups gives them the opportunity to come forward and makes them a little bit more at ease to talk with a smaller group than in front of everybody. I think the peer interaction that we're saying is so important for kids to be having right now can happen more when you have these discussions. And frankly, it's easy to check out of a big Zoom session if you're never asked to participate or discuss. And so this will engage students a lot more. But by far, I think the most important reason for science is collaborative sense making. Science isn't about memorizing facts, it's about seeing a phenomenon and making sense of it with your class and trying to figure out what's going on and what else do we need to figure out and how do we go about doing that. And so discussion is a big part of that. So one strategy out of the two I'm going to talk about today is the small group strategy. This is what you typically do in class. I have my kids in class seated in groups of four, and all the time I have them talking. But in Zoom, it's really important that you structure this for about 5 to 10 minutes. You don't want to go too long. You don't want to give them too short of a time. Have clear instructions that you paste right into chat. And then I would require them to document their learning somehow, document what they're talking about. Maybe have a chart in a shared document, like a Google Slides or Docs or Jamboard or something. Afterwards, if everyone's writing in these charts, you can take a look through other groups' work. So you can all have it on one shared document so groups can see what other groups talked about. And I think great ways of using this are setting norms, sharing models. If the kids are drawing models, they can even hold it up to the screen so they can show each other and take each other through what they were thinking. Discussing observations for an experiment. Here's a couple different ways you might look at it. On the left, here's a chart that you might have set up before a small group breakout session. And so you have the different groups assigned already, and each one is responsible for filling out a row here. On the right, this is what it might look like afterwards. So once they've filled in some stuff, obviously these are different questions, but two examples. The other way of using these is, I think, equally important, maybe even more important. It's a turn and talk. It's just a very quick 1 or 2 or maybe 3 minutes where you chat with a partner. And I think you can use this all the time. Oh, are we confused? Let's talk about, tell a partner what you're thinking about this. It's a great way of them, figuring out what they're saying before they share it with the whole group. They wouldn't necessarily need to even document what they're talking about because it's such a short time here. This would be a great way of preparing the students for doing some independent work or even for some whole class work. So if you're looking at, there's a video we show kids in one of the units about Mr. Bean with a one-way mirror, and he can see himself, but they can see him. And so why do you think that's going on? And just have a quick turn and talk before we start making sense of it together. Anyway, I think both of these ideas are useful, and I hope they're useful to you. Good luck.